Well, hardly a day goes by without a presidential candidate stumping here in the Hawkeye State. Some have even pledged to stop in all 99 counties.
But so far, none of them have gone quite as far as Democratic presidential candidate Chris Dodd.
ABC 5's Elizabeth Irwin is here to explain.
There are just 36 days to go until the caucuses. Doesn't seem like very long, does it? But imagine spending the next month living in a strange city, all to help your dad try to get enough votes to become our next president. There aren't many Chris Dodd for president signs in Des Moines. With recent polls showing only 1% of the vote, not many Iowans even know who he is. But the people living in this house know him well.
No, you've got it. There's no...
Mommy.
They don't call him Senator, they call him Dad.
What does Daddy do?
Run for president?
6-year-old Gracie is just old enough to understand what her daddy does. 2-year-old Christina knows they're not in Connecticut anymore.
And she said, "We in Iowa," and started screaming it throughout the plane.
And Mom Jackie can tell you why.
Because Iowa is so important to us. We decided to move the whole family here because it really did make sense. And we are seeing a lot more of each other, and the girls and I aren't stuck in O'Hare Airport for hours.
Yeah, the one who chose Max to be king.
The Dodd family picked up and moved to Iowa earlier this month. They rented this Des Moines home, brought in some furniture, and let the kids choose the decorations.
We've turned our ficus tree into a Christmas tree right now. It's going to get more decorations, I assure you, before it's done.
But the big move isn't all fun and games. Gracie started kindergarten this year in Connecticut. And when Mom and Dad decided to make Iowa home,
You're late too, huh?
she had to start all over at a new school.
I don't think I would have been as adaptable, but I'm also not as young.
Chris spends most of his time meeting and greeting Iowans. He even invited some potential voters to a party at his new house. When he isn't shaking hands and kissing babies,
Hi.
do you have tickets for Will Call?
Yes, we do.
He squeezes in some much-needed daddy time, making sure a father-daughter tradition made it to the Hawkeye State. Chris took Gracie to see the Nutcracker.
George Bush started trampling on.
When Jackie isn't campaigning for her husband,
Want to wait here for me?
she's busy doing the mom thing.
I think, like most women, we know how to multitask. And I may not be really good at everything I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to be pretty good at some of them.
Getting the girls ready in the morning, taking Gracie to school, and trying to keep up with 2 bundles of energy.
We were blessed with children much later in life than other people. And so I'm not as quick on the playground, but I'm committed to catching them. You know, I'll eventually catch up with them.
And while having a good time in the Hawkeye State is definitely an added bonus, the Dodds haven't forgotten why they're here.
Right now we're just focused on the caucus, and we're doing Iowa in the classic Iowa way, which is get to know Iowans, get to know their problems, and organize, organize, and organize.
Dodd's move to the state is unique, but not unheard of. During the 1988 presidential campaign, Illinois Senator Paul Simon, Missouri Representative Dick Gephardt, and Governor Michael Dukakis all moved to Iowa. Gephardt won Iowa that year. The Dodds spent Thanksgiving in Iowa, and they plan to spend Christmas and New Year's here too. Jackie and the girls will move back to Connecticut right after the caucuses.
Okay, Elizabeth, thanks. Awesome. Cute kids, huh?
Yeah, without question.